I don't have the name. Is there any way you can call the manager?
You have an interview or?
Yes, miss, I have an interview.
Write down your first and last name. Let me go ask.
Hi.
Here to visit?
Yes.
Room number?
5111.
Oh, that reminds me. I was going to.
I have two visitors for 51.
Alright, appreciate it. Is that too? Okay.
We only let 2 at a time anyway, so just tell him.
Do you know
Tell
if
him I'll
anybody
see
else is
him
here?
later.
Do you know if anybody else is here? They say that there's one visitor already in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go in, but I need to go in.
That's the thing, only 2 people are allowed in the room.
Oh, I can't sit on the lounge?
And the waiting area would be out here.
Okay.
So he can go.
Where's the waiting area?
Where's his visitor waiting area? You can use the restroom, yeah. And then after you would come out here. So go into the information booth, let them know that you're here to use the restroom and he's gonna go up. Okay, you can please sanitize your hands.
Oh, sure.
Sanitize and I'll give you a mask. You can put this over or replace it. Once you have it on, they'll screen you.
He's going to go check in and they'll tell him what the elevator is. But they are right over, they're right down past the bathroom in that hall
Okay.
on the left. Here you go.
Ay, mija, ¿cómo están?
Uh-huh. Hello,
Hey.
how may I help you, sir?
I have a job interview today with the cafeteria.
In the cafeteria?
I believe so, yes. For a dishwasher.
Oh, okay. And who's your interview with?
I don't remember her name. I had it written down, but I lost the name.
Oh, okay. What's your first name?
My first name's Robert.
Yeah, better come right back out.
Okay.
Use your bathroom.
What's the room number?
No symptoms, no contact with anybody with COVID? You haven't tested positive for COVID?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll have to get your temperature.
Okay.
You want me to record that when I come back from the bathroom?
Okay, that's yours. Hang on to that, and you're gonna go over here to check in, and they'll get you a wristband so that you can, and then we'll let them know that you're here for the interview.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
Oh. Are you doing the interview? Okay. You gonna come in there or here?
Australian.
Oh,
Like a meeting, yeah.
Oh.
Right here, sir. If you
Okay.
can just do me a favor and just, the time is 3:44, your name and the room you're visiting.
what room are you going to actually?
I'm going to the dining room.
Oh.
Are you visiting somebody here at the hospital?
No, I'm here for an interview.
Or interview, okay, alright. So that's fine then, it's just, whatever, just your name and then just,
No wonder you're looking
HR.
sharp. I was like, you came here to eat.
and then just
Oh,
put
thank you.
HR. Yeah. On this one here. No, you'll be fine.
Good luck.
Thank you very much,
He has
miss.
an interview in the dining.
I like your shirt. It's like a
It's my uniform.
yeah, really?
I have better fashion than this. Come on.
It matches the painting.
Yes, that was the.
It's
That
like
was
a
the vision.
I see.
That was their vision.
Okay. Dining room. Or you just want that blank?
Yeah, just leave it blank.
Okay.
So I think they're waiting for you over there.
Okay, great. Thank you, miss.
His name is Joel. He's the coolest.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Tell him hi, Joel.
Okay, great.
Perfect. Hello.
What's up, Joel?
How are you today?
Pretty good.
Good. Come on in. We're just gonna go hang out right here.
How you doing?
We're gonna put you right here in this chair.
Okay.
How was your day been?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. Nice. Looks like it's cold out.
No, not yet.
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, not yet.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm Jordan. I'm the department director, so I oversee the patient services, clinical, and in our retail space. And then today we have Joel, who's our food service supervisor. So Joel kind of covers our night shift Monday through Friday, making sure that the operation runs smoothly after the other managers leave. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So you applied to our utility position. And so what that means is dishwashing downstairs. So patient dishes, retail things that come through, pot station, trash collection, and general cleaning throughout the kitchen basement and then the retail space as well. I just always like to clarify that everybody knows what the job is. And it looks like your availability, you said it completely free.
Yeah, I'm pretty free.
Okay, is there any specific day or time that you would potentially or like prefer off?
No,
Not really?
Not really. I am in the middle of moving,
Okay.
so if I was to be hired full time, I might need to take like a day off to rent a truck and drop some things off. But other than that, I live in the area. I'm very punctual with work.
Perfect. And that's not a problem at all. I would say needing like a day off or different things like that, something fairly common for us as well, here and there. And it does typically take about a month through the interview process. So let's say that, like if you were offered a position today, which that would mean it would still take about a month before you would be through the door because hospitals go through background checks, drug tests, and you have to go through physical background. So it takes a while for all of those results to come in since it is a hospital.
Okay.
So it's a longer hiring process, I would say, than most like traditional employers. So it's a 10-panel drug test, a physical fit for duty, a background check, which includes like county and federal, and I think that covers like the onboarding section as well. So we all go through it just because it's the hospital and it's what the state requires of us, since we have such tighter regulations than a restaurant would, since we keep people alive. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a great place to work, great benefits, really good team. I function with a team of 6 managers, multiple, like 5 supervisors, throughout and leads, a combination of supervisors and leads. So I'd say there's a lot of support from that side. We really like to think of ourselves as a supportive team. You'll see Joel on the cash register, or washing dishes, or you'll see me serving food. I also will wash dishes, but you prefer not to. So I'd say we really work hard to function as a team, and we expect that our associates then also provide, I would say, that same kind of attitude. So we try to model it from the managers down as well. Hopefully it makes it a better place to work. We're all in it together. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So essentially what we're going to do now is I'm going to go through, we have a set level questions that we go through. Helps us get to know you a little bit better and how you handle different situations. And then after we go through the questions, I'll open it up for you to ask some questions of myself or Joel about the position, anything regarded to that. And then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Great, thank you. All right, how do you define going the extra mile for a customer? And can you give me an example of a time you were helpful with a customer?
Let's see. Well, my last job was landscaping. Spent a lot of the time picking up trash, pulling weeds.
Okay.
We didn't really have too much contact with customers. Actually, you know what? I had one incident where we were cutting the lawn, and our client came out of the house and asked me to dig a hole for her to pull out a plant. So we had to kind of work a little bit faster, but get the job done, so that we could pull that plant out of the ground
Okay.
with a shovel.
Nice. That's a perfect example. Someone asked for something and you made it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell me about a time when you encountered a problem with your supervisor was not able to help you? So a time you had a problem and for some reason a supervisor wasn't around, or a time where you had to, again, handle a problem without a supervisor's input.
I don't. Could you repeat the question? I didn't understand.
Yeah. Can you tell me about a time when you encountered a problem and your supervisor was not available to help you?
Oh, okay. Maybe mixing gas with before pouring into the weed eater.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't too sure what gas would go into what container, and I asked my employee, or not my employee, my supervisor, what to do, and he kind of explained to me how to do it, but yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But I guess that doesn't really answer the question because my supervisor was
If your
there.
supervisor hadn't have been there, what would you have done?
I guess I would have picked up the phone and called him.
That's exactly the right answer, right?
Yeah.
You would know how to find your resource.
Yeah.
Right. Can you give me an example of a time where you had to juggle multiple tasks at the same time?
Well, no, not really. I mean, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. I mean,
Okay.
last job I had, like I said, was pretty simple, just pruning and picking up trash. Kind of did one thing at a time, so I wouldn't have to get lost. But I have no problem like multitasking, like starting a cup of coffee and running around doing dishes and coming back, pouring the coffee and drinking it. And
All right. Can you describe a situation when you had to deal with like an angry customer? And it could be from any job. It doesn't have to be from your last
okay.
job. Yeah.
Angry customer. I can't think of any.
Okay.
That's a good
That's
question.
good.
I'm sure that there might have been a few, but yeah, I'm not too sure.
All right. And what strengths did you rely on in your last position to make you successful in your work?
Well, I liked what I was doing, and I liked seeing my work look nice after I walked away from it. So I kind of took pride in it.
Okay. I think that's good. Find pride in like everything we do. Try and do the best we can, no matter the task. It's
Yeah.
something I try to live by. All right. So, what makes you a good fit for this position?
Well, I'm a really labor-oriented kind of person. I really like hard work, and I'm really good at labor work. So dishwashing might be a little bit easier for me, and I really like serving people.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys would have me serving food to anyone, like
So,
to
the
patients.
utility position does it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope, not that one.
So I wouldn't be handing people food or anything like that.
No, not in this position. We do have opportunities for growth or things like that. Is that something you're interested in? You'd rather move more towards like cafe server?
If there was a position available.
Okay. Good to know. I feel like there's always turnover within the department, and I would say there's lots of opportunities for growth. Joel started as a cook or a dishwasher in our department and is now our food service supervisor. He keeps us afloat.
Who does the landscape?
For the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I think that they contract it out.
Yeah,
Probably
so it's
engineering manages it or rooms. Can you describe a time when you performed a task outside of your normal responsibilities? What was the task, and why did you perceive it to be outside of your responsibilities?
Normal task, outside of responsibilities.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
So has there ever been a time where you did something as part of your job that wasn't like a normal part of the job description?
Oh, like I was told to do one thing and I saw something else to do and did it?
Sure, yeah.
No, not really.
Not really?
No, it's kind of whatever my supervisor tells me to do, I do it. I don't want to, step over boundaries or anything like that.
Okay.
You know?
Great. All right, so this position will expose you to working with and around food. Are you able to work safely in an environment that is surrounded by all different types of food ingredients that you may come in contact with?
Yeah, I feel safe.
Okay. We asked that for allergies in case someone had a very specific allergy.
Okay.
Can you tell me about a time you had to switch from one project to another without warning?
In the morning I had this normal routine of, picking up trash and pulling weeds. And my supervisor came up and asked us to take off and start another task. So I had to stop what I was doing and collect all the tools and take off into his vehicle to the next job site.
Okay.
And he really wanted us doing that really fast.
Okay. How'd you feel about that?
I felt at first I was a little uncomfortable with it, but I kind of I adjusted to it quickly.
Okay. Nice. Can you tell me about a time during your previous employment when you suggested a better way to perform a task or a process?
Oh, could you repeat the question again, please?
Has there ever been a time where you recommended like a change in the workflow to your supervisor or boss?
Reported?
Where you like said like, I think maybe we should try doing this way because it'll make us faster, or a time where you suggested like a way to improve the department?
No.
No?
No.
No problem. Can you describe a time that you picked up an error or problem that had been overlooked by others at work?
No.
No? Well, then that means you worked in great places.
Yeah.
Can you show me an example of when you showed initiative and took the lead? And you went above and beyond?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, it would work.
Sometimes the work is there and it's just there to get done.
Yeah.
Have you ever teamed up with a new employee to help them get started? So have you done training of anyone?
Oh, have I trained anyone?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. Can you tell me about a time you had to adjust to a new manager who had a different management style than what you were used to?
No, each manager I had was pretty different.
Okay. And it was always easy to get along with them, no problems. For the most part. I know not all managers are great.
Yeah, I got along with most of my managers.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Can you give me an example of what you would do in a case where you disagreed with your manager?
Well, if there's something, I wouldn't really cross boundaries too much. I didn't really like arguing, but if it was like if there was something that I knew I was right and needed to be done and it was dangerous, I would say something. But I didn't really like arguing with management at all.
Yeah, I feel like that's a great example. Anytime it's safety or an ethical concern, it's always best to report it up or keeping everybody safe.
Yeah.
All right. Can you describe a group situation where you were the only person who disagreed with a point of view or action? How did you handle it? So have you ever been in a situation where everyone wanted to do one thing but you wanted to do another?
No, there might have been a few incidences, but I wouldn't bring it up. I would just kind of follow the rules.
Okay, nice. Great. You kind of already answered this question about a time with multiple projects or assignments. You said that didn't happen as much in your previous job, correct? It kind of was just one task at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't really multitask a lot.
Okay.
Is there multitasking here?
Yes.
What kind?
I'll let you go ahead and field that. Yeah.
Multitasking, and you'll be asked to do, you'll be washing the dishes, and you'll be asked to like take out the trash, the trash taken out for retail, or we need to take it outside. There'll be times you'll be asked to go get a compost bin, and there'll be times you have to assist another utility worker on a certain changing sanitizers and stuff like that. So yes.
I think sometimes it's about knowing where you are in your workflow and planning your day out accordingly depending on the volume downstairs. So knowing when, okay, like I'll likely have a break. The count's low today, so I could do this earlier. Today there's a lot of patients, it seems like, so I'm probably gonna need to do this at this time so I stay on track. I think that that's a big part of that job, like that awareness. It comes with time, I would say, in training, but it's definitely something we rely on heavily in our utility department. We come to a halting stop without a strong utility.
Especially when there's a high count and you need stuff for the patients. Patients first.
Yep. So making those when we run out of patient trays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess there was a little multitasking with landscaping. Like, I'd blow leaves, rake them up, throw into a trash can, or then stop and start mowing the grass, and then empty that, and then pull some weeds.
Finding that right flow to get everything done in the right time frame.
Yes.
What do you do to make sure you do your job well?
Always on work on time.
Okay.
Make sure I get the job done correctly and not in a big hurry, but in time. And I kind of like, I really like getting the job done correctly, and just kind of being happy what I'm doing.
Nice. Great. Can you tell me about a task you completed that required you to be very accurate and thorough? What steps did you take to work through that process? Would you like me to give you an example of a process here?
Okay.
So here we have to temp our dish machines, and so it's a process like before the meal, they'll check the temperature in 3 different compartments and make sure that every single one of them is accurate, and then record it on a log so we can show to the auditor, that our temperatures are being reached to correctly sanitize the dishes. So it's a task that's very important that we're accurate on it, because if we're wrong, we might not be cleaning the dishes appropriately. Do you ever have a process or something, whether it was counting a cash drawer or putting together equipment, something that required you to be very accurate?
I believe pulling the grass out of the bottom of the lawnmower,
Okay.
where the blades are spinning. Make sure that the lawnmower is off before tipping it over and pulling out the grass. That way you can get a smooth cut on the grass.
Absolutely. And also then making sure you don't put your hands in there.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about a situation when you did not respond appropriately to a customer or a boss. What did you do?
I've always respected the customers.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a problem with any of your manager's decisions?
Yeah, I guess with my last job, I was let go because I kept having court appearances.
Because you kept having what?
I kept having court appearances for a custody battle,
Okay.
and they had an understanding. And then I took one sick day off, and they let me go. And then when I filed for unemployment, they said that I called in for like 30 or 60 days, and it was only like 13. So I kind of disagreed with that.
Okay. So for those times where you called out, were those agreed upon shifts that you were like ahead of time, or were they like last minute note? How did you notify your manager that you would need time off?
Oh, I would give my manager a call a day in advance, and let my manager know that I had to be out that day.
Is that all the notice that you get for those appointments, or do you get more notice than that? Do you just get 1 day's notice for like appointments?
I don't understand the question.
Like here, if I needed time off, I would have to give 2 weeks notice that I needed a day off for it to be approved unless I was sick or something like that. But we have a process for time off. So if you were in a similar situation here, still like an expectation would be that you would provide in writing like the request form that I'm going to need, you know, June 17th off. We don't need no reason, just that you need the date, and then if we're able to accommodate it, we sign and provide it back. Our goal is typically to accommodate it so you can get there. Is that something that you consider to be a reasonable process?
I don't see myself calling out of work a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see me doing that again.
Okay, no problem. Great. Can you give me an example of a time you had to deal with a difficult coworker? How did you handle the situation?
I had an argument with my coworker about we all kept up ending up in the same spot doing the same thing. I believe it was like raking, and so I just asked my supervisor what we needed to do next, and they let us know.
Okay. Nice. How would your, I mean, you kind of answered this one, but how would your previous supervisor describe your attendance?
He wouldn't describe it very well because he lied about the attendance when I applied for unemployment.
Okay.
I called out about 13 days for a child custody battle, and he had an understanding about it and let it go. And I called in 1 day for a sick day, and when I filed for unemployment, he said I called in for 60 days.
Oh, wow.
And I still got unemployment,
How
but
about your job before that one?
that was weed abatement.
And how would they describe your attendance?
Oh, excellent.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. There are times when the whole team at work pulls together to get something done. Can you tell me a time when you pulled together with your team to accomplish a task?
No, I mean, I would work like when I worked for weed abatement, same with landscaping, they'd tell us to do something and we would do it.
Nice. All right. So those are the ends of my questions. It looks like you answered a lot of the questions just about your previous work, to be honest with the interview process. Do you have any extra questions right now from our side? Okay. Do you have any questions for myself or Joel about the job, CMH, anything you can think of?
Where do you guys get your artwork?
Oh, so when they opened, this is a new tower that they built they built it, we moved in a couple years ago, but before that, they hired a company to help them select their art package. There's a little plaque about it right there. I don't know off the top of my head that you can read it, but they have beautiful art for the entire facility.
Oh, yeah?
They wanted to represent sometimes local artists, and yeah, we're very lucky to have it here in the cafe. Any other questions, things I can help you with right now?
No. When would I get a call back?
So I have interviews all this, like throughout the next week, and then after that you'll hear from myself or from Tina Pullman in HR, letting you know.
Okay.
So probably in mid next week.
How do you get your artwork on the walls?
In engineering, we have a department that hangs them up. Yeah.
Engineering department? Okay.
They handle pretty much anything related to walls and hanging and painting and floors. Yeah. They're a great department.
Yeah, they look nice.
They do good work.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then, if you think of anything in the meantime, you have my phone number from when I called. Go ahead and call if you have any questions or concerns.
Okay.
All right.
Great. Thank you, Jordan.
Have a good day.
Thank you, too. All right, see you.
The barista's gonna take zero. Yep, grill on Saturday. First, let's send it
yeah, catch you guys later.
Through that door right there.
All right. Do you know who I'll call to get information about the artist?
About who?
About the artist?
Artist.
Then when you're done,
Yeah, the artist
you're gonna go all the way down this hallway.
who create the artwork in the hospital.
Ask him maybe he'll know, what,
Thank you.
what you're looking for.
Okay.
Would you know,
What? Where are you trying to get to?
Oh, I was just curious. Who do I talk to about the artwork on the walls in the hospital?
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know at all. I know. I don't know who takes care of that.
Do you know? So nobody would know? Somebody's got to know.
We'll see you back after your. I will find out for you.
Thank you.
hey Jordan.
You're welcome.
Forget about it. I'll just go ahead and call somebody. Thank you.
Okay.